It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview Jelan Greene from Clayton Highschool. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, actually. Great.
How did you know that you wanted to start playing football in high school and moving on to the college level?
How did I start playing football at Clayton High School? Well, actually, it's kind of a weird story. I didn't know I wanted to play football in high school, or because I didn't play in middle school. And as I was rolling from Gardner, came in that Thursday, and then Hunter Jinks walked up to me, asked me if I want to play football or not, and I said sure. And that led on to a long journey of, I guess, being somewhat good at football.
How was your experience like transferring from Gardner to Clayton?
It was weird because I was leaving. I've been in Gardner all my life from kindergarten to 8th grade, and to leave all my friends like that, to meet all the Gardner football coaches, and to go to Gardner Trojan games all my life, to somewhat pick up and move just like that. It was kind of hard for me, but the transition was good. I had a lot of good teachers, a lot of good coaches and friends that accepted me, and a great football program to go to too.
What have you accomplished at Clayton so far?
So far, let's see, all conference, 2-3 years in a row. Getting a lot of looks accomplishments. Yeah, and it's not just in football too. Academics, I've been pretty good at wrestling, rugby, a whole lot of other sports. And it's just not a lot of paper accomplishments that you can actually write on paper, but a lot of self accomplishments too, for myself and for my family.
That's amazing. Can you talk a little bit about your wrestling career?
Wrestling career. Freshman year, we didn't have a 285. Wrestling is right after football season, and still in shape after football season. After the third round loss and to Guilford with those guys, I just hopped into wrestling. Went to a couple practices, a lot of running, a lot of hard running actually, And then I did pretty good at that. A lot of the football team, went to wrestling too, so I had a lot of help in that, and still. I did pretty good.
Can you talk about the recruitment process and what that's been like so far for you?
So far, it's been pretty good. It's been going really well, actually. My first couple years, I didn't have a lot of exposure, and wasn't that great and all. But after my freshman year, freshman year working out. Just doing a whole lot of work, no off season, and after my sophomore year, I started getting some exposure, going to camps, getting invited to stuff, and I think after my junior year, I really got cemented as a good recruit for a lot of these colleges around.
What are some of the colleges that are recruiting you?
Oh, that's a list. I don't even know if I can name some off the top of my head. Let's see. That's like a lot of. I don't want to single anybody out because there's a lot of hands I shake, and I don't want to do that. But let's see. I talked to A&T, ECU. There's colleges that hit me up today. Actually, I think I really don't want to leave anybody out, but those are really main two that I've been talking to. Brian Overstreet, let's see, he's from Randolph. Gardner Webb, that's a good one. I talked to the Catawba coach. There's just a lot of handshaking, and people on my Twitter have my number, and I really don't want to single anybody out. Pembroke has been one that I've been like to go to. There's a lot of great colleges I like to go to. You know, I'm trying to single it down to a list that I can really get out there to them, my film, you know, going to these camps and all, going to see where these colleges are going to camps at to look at players, and I'm trying to get there myself, actually.
Can you talk about going to camps for recruits and how that's like?
How that's like? My first couple camps, I didn't necessarily do it right because I get invited to these camps. I go, I perform, record myself. But I didn't tell any colleges I was going to these camps. So once I started doing that, telling colleges, hey, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be there, that really took a big step forward going to these camps.
Can you talk about putting on that jersey and feeling how it feels on the recruitment visits?
On the visits, it's not actually that you're there. It's where you're trying to be. Like, it feels like this is the goal. This is where I want to be. And it's just another reminder of where you want to be and how hard you have to work to get there. Just another big reminder.
Can you talk about some of your big accomplishments, like, for example, being honored by Friday Night Football as the second team All-American?
The second team,
preseason.
Yeah, preseason state. That was pretty cool. It was a good couple of days, but it's still like I was second team, so I still had to work harder to get to that first team. So we're all trying to be at, you know. But it was pretty good to see my name up there, to see the recognition, to see the hard work I've been putting in. That's actually been people are seeing it. That's actually pretty cool.
Can you talk about receiving an invite to the 2020 World Bowl National Combine?
That was pretty cool. I didn't realize how big it was when I got it. I just knew it was in Florida. The Pro Bowl was around it, you know, so I didn't know what they were doing. But as soon as I started looking up what it was, actually, it was pretty big. There's a lot of guys all over the country from New York to California. I met all types of different guys. A lot of coaches, a lot of great coaches actually. Let's see, I met Anthony Munoz. He's one of the speakers there, Anthony Munoz, and then it was just a lot of great competition. And I went to the Pro Bowl. That was pretty cool. I met a lot of players, took a lot of pictures with everybody, and I made a lot of great friends out there. It was just a great accomplishment to get invited. Surprised about that.
Can you talk about how that helped you in the recruitment process?
It's just something to put under my belt to show where I've been, the competition I've went against, and how I also got invited to. Because after that combine, they pulled another group of prospects out that camp who finished in the top tier. They invited us to something they're building in Ohio. The World. I think it's a Hall of Fame or something. Out there in Ohio, another camp, but sadly got canceled by this COVID, this pandemic that's going on outside. So, you know.
Speaking about COVID, how has that impacted your recruitment process?
It kind of helped and hurt a little bit because it gave a lot of coaches back to the drawing boards to put move a lot of kids' names around, who's going here, who's staying here, and yeah, it hasn't hurt it too much per se. I mean, I would like to get some more film. I think my film's already pretty solid, but I'd like to get some more games in. And then also, it hurt my strength. I couldn't go to the gym every day like I wanted to. I'm not as blessed as some of these kids that have workout and have weights in their garage. But I also went back a lot to the fundamentals. My footwork has gotten up excellent with the training I've been having with these Clayton coaches, and Coach EJ has been helping me out a lot from footwork to strength, just back to the fundamentals of the steps, you know. And I got moved to D-line. I really think I got more explosive off the ball, foot movement, lateral. It's been great.
Can you talk about some of the traditions at Clayton?
Some of the traditions at Clayton. Oh gosh, just the huddle around in the locker room, and this chant we do. They've been doing since the last state championship team, you know. And it's been really great. It's always a great atmosphere. It's a small town atmosphere. It's really fun to see the crowd in the stands, everybody behind you 100%, touching that C on your way out the tunnel. You know, roll the smoke. You know, those guys know what I'm talking about. Roll the smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Can you talk about what you plan to accomplish with the new head coach of Shane Hardy?
Okay. The new head coach, what I plan to accomplish. Isn't every team shooting for a ring? Isn't every team shooting for a state championship? Anything less is a disappointment. We're really giving our all in the weight room, on the field, and everything we do, honestly. And he's a good head coach, and he cares a lot about the guys. Football and outside of football, get something about our grades, what we're doing, just to make sure we're being good leaders and men in this community.
Can you talk about how this last year of getting recruited, how that will impact you when deciding what school to go to?
It's really hard because a lot of these college coaches are just now seeing me, and then how do you also choose from the ones who would send you letters in 9th grade? So this last year, I really hope to get my name out there and just get the college I want to be, the best business program. Just so I can get out there in the world and find a solid, good job. I have no aspirations of going to the NFL because I just know I can't pay for college. Not like talking about it right now, and I know this is like one of my only ways out. So this last recruitment, this last year recruitment should really decide where I go, and I think it's a really important time right now.
What is your major when you get to college?
Business management. Honestly, just to learn how to run a business ins and out. I plan to start my own business one day, almost like a community center to help lower income kids, underprivileged kids, ones that didn't have a chance like I did. It's me, my mom, and my sister right now, and I wasn't one of those privileged kids who just had everything, didn't have the opportunities that some kids have. And I plan to give those opportunities to kids that don't have them. And, I see a lot of myself in these kids. Like before, like coming up in middle school, I was working down at the Boys and Girls Club in Raleigh, and a lot of underprivileged kids go there, and just helping them out, being a big brother to those kids, really got to me, and I plan to do that once I get to the future. That's
great advice. What advice would you give upcoming high school athletes looking to get recruited to the next level?
It's just hard work and grades. A lot of it's on the football field, a lot of it's in the weight room, a lot of it's doing this, a lot of it's doing the small things, doing your work when you're supposed to, doing your work, the grades, just hard work, get everything you do. And it's not going to be easy. Nobody says it's going to be easy. But if you do that hard work, it will come. It will be paid off in the end.
What advice would you have high school athletes that are struggling to get recruited until the end?
Get yourself out there. Make an NCID. Not NCID. The national your national recruitment number. Get that out there. Just a lot of exposure. Show yourself working out. And don't wish opportunities. A lot of it is just having that one scout see you, having just one guy see you. So that's what you don't know who's watching at any point in time. So yeah, give your all 100% of the time. Make sure your grades are good. Your time will come. Honestly, I'm trying to tell you.
Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
On social media, my Twitter handle is Greene Jelan. That's Green with the E, Jelan. That's on Twitter. And Instagram, let me see. Instagram is J_dog79.
Thank you again. Thank you again, Jelan, for your interview, and best of luck in your senior year at Clayton High School.
Thank you.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again for your interview, and best of luck in your future.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.